quote the famous, "It's a trap!" Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel and to Spacehaven. We are slowly working towards the end of this run, ticking off boxes as we go. Remember to have fire support when hijacking the cargo shuttles in derelicts, because there is a high likelihood that there is a trap and your team member may get kicked where it really hurts, like here. All I can say is to quote the famous, "It's a trap!" And as I mentioned in episode 4, always move the cargo shuttles to your own cargo ports if available, to make the logistics easier for yourself when moving the cargo shuttle inventory to your ship. We are also slowly making friends. I want to check whether I can start making friends with nearly all factions and move more quickly through the galaxy that way. Plus we can do more trading and get rid of all the surplus we have accumulated on our ship. I'm also working on the main quest line during this run. Now I will do my best to finish it, but I think I'll leave it mostly out of the YouTube videos here, so I will not spoil anything, meaning don't expect me to run through the quest line mission by mission. You will probably see some kind of a congratulations message from Sheridan on the next episode, meaning that yeah, we finished up the main quest in the game, but other than that I will not be showing the quest line messages or the missions themselves. As mentioned before, the more right we go in the galaxy, the harder the game gets. The enemy ships are better equipped, they will start having fighters, and there is less room for errors on our part. As of right now, despite having 2 fully armed ships, I would not call this as being invincible. The guns, while great, do not provide enough firepower to take down enemy ships fast enough. I do have plenty of crew, and that number will rise, so I might change tactics and turn my ships into fighter carriers. That seems to be a better tactic in this game, and with the targeting jammer, the enemy ships cannot fight back unless they have point defense turrets or fighters themselves. And in crew combat, the range of laser and plasma rifles is excellent. Good shooters means that you can take down enemy ships with more crew on board, but I would still start sending 2 boarding parties to larger vessels, at least when entering mid or late game. In the inventory screen, you can make sure everyone has a certain loadout given to them. They will then try to replenish any used items, and your fighters will always be equipped to handle the battles ahead. Make sure you set loadout for your combat crew as soon as possible. For me, I'm doing this way too late on the game, and I probably still have some new crew members without a loadout set. And trust me, you want your crew to be ready, because the enemy ships will be packed with enemies, and they're going to be even better equipped than these guys I'm facing right now. I'm not going to lie, we are skipping a lot of stuff. There have been a dozen pirate ships taken down, and currently we are slowly beating down a pirate base. I'm not going to showcase all of these battles as it would be pretty pointless. The battles are largely the same with the same outcome, so no need to bore you with it. And don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying the battles, but they offer little value to these clips at this point of the run, as the tactics I employ are the ones already discussed in earlier episodes. Now, as I said earlier in this episode, the ships and stations will be packed. This pirate station had 19 pirates, which means my surgical tables and composters will have their work cut out for them for a long time. And I will be getting a lot of carbon and water in the process. One example of how the galaxy in this game is alive is that the other faction ships will interact with each other. As I was clearing the pirate base of all valuables, a couple of civilian ships and a slave guild ship entered the system. The slave guild ship and the military alliance ships started fighting each other as they don't really get along. And in this instance, the slavers won, with the military ship I was escorting being destroyed. Oh well, luckily it did not cause problems with my mission here, so all in all, now I just have another derelict to take apart. Of course, the slavers want their own piece of the pie, so they boarded the military alliance ship, and luckily I got a nice seat to watch the show here as the military alliance shared their view to me. Unfortunately for the slavers, they were not prepared enough and lost in the crew combat. The slavers also tried boarding the bug-infested derelict on the system. This meant that they lost all their crew, so now we have 4 derelicts to come through in this sector. At a later time and another escort mission, I got to witness bots trying to board a military alliance vessel. They did do quite a number on the military alliance, but the military ship had enough crew to withstand the attack. Lucky for us, as we had medical beds available for a price. With the nanotech augmentation research finished, we have now done all the research in the game, meaning that I guess one of my crew skills has finally become obsolete. Now we can tick off that one box from the task list of this run. One thing I just realized, as my ship has already reached its cargo capacity and I do not want to make the ship bigger, I can use the 2 cargo ports as extra storage. I mean, I'm not using them, so I might as well grab some direct cargo shuttles and place some rarely used items there waiting for more storage to be freed up. Right now I'm filling this particular cargo shuttle with carbon and organic biomatter. As the enemy ships gets fighters, the fights get more interesting. We have 3 fighters currently and they had 4, however they chose to attack us, which means our point defense turrets were able to assist our fighters. In short, they had no chance. Meanwhile, they were also fighting bots and the bots' boarding crew, and that fight did not go well. In fact, when we finally got into boarding their ship, the bots had started assimilating the ship for their own needs. I believe this concludes this short episode. I admit there was really not much here in this episode as we are moving to the later parts of the game. The upcoming episode will most likely be the last one for this run. We will be retrofitting the ship as a fighter carrier, and we will be ticking the rest of the objective list boxes I had for the run. Thank you all for watching, and bye for now.